So, welcome to the group. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. You guys are good?
This is Elizabeth Cruz, but to all the students here at Ross Middle School, she's known as Miss Ellie.
So then today we're kind of going more into what do we do with those anxious thoughts. So one of the strategies that we use is mindfulness.
She's not a teacher or an administrator. She's someone these kids know they can turn to when they're feeling anxious or maybe just want to talk. Today, she's leading this small group through a meditation exercise.
Just feeling the weight of the body press down and noticing how the body feels right now. If there's a sense of stillness or restlessness in the body.
Miss Ellie can also be found in classrooms throughout the school, making presentations to students, or in her office for one-on-one meetings. It's all part of her job as the school's full-time mental health professional.
The majority of the time is doing individual or group work with the students. So I do get a lot of referrals from the admin team. A lot of the times though, I do have self-referrals too, just because the kids know me, so like have known me because I'm out there or because their friends know me, and they request to just see me directly.
She makes herself very visible at lunch and at snack and during passing periods so they know who she is. So let's say a kiddo is in crisis, and the crisis can vary. It can be something as simple as I had a tough morning with my mom because I was in a hurry for school and she's kind of pushing me along and I'm a little shaken and I just need a minute. Those are typical middle school things. But the reason we connect with our kids and the reason we shake all our kids' hands when they walk through the gate every day is that's when we catch the big things.
Hi, Kendall, how are you? Good. How are things?
Those big things are usually anxiety, depression, or trauma. The things Miss Ellie says she sees the most. Ross Middle School is part of ABC Unified School District in Los Angeles County. The district was seeing an increasing number of students struggle with mental health issues. So it hired mental health professionals for every one of its 29 campuses.
The statistics say that between the ages of 0 to 18, 1 in 4 children will experience a mental health condition or social emotional concern. And you're talking about stuff like, parents going through a divorce or the death of a loved one. That's not necessarily going to be a mental health condition, but still that student might need some support to make it through those difficult times.
We always say that nothing matters at schools more than being safe and feeling safe. And there is that physical safety, but there's also that mental health safety, that my needs of whatever I might be going through or I'm going through are being addressed and are being heard.
Being heard is especially important to these middle schoolers, who experts say are becoming more independent from their parents while also navigating peer relationships.
So Miss Ellie, so whenever I go to her, I find a safe place where I can say my thoughts out loud and where I can explain my anxiety towards her and everything. It's like a safe house for your thoughts and how you feel inside.
Aaron says he especially likes these small group activities. Sometimes they'll talk about things happening in their lives. Other times, they may play a game. He says it helps him let go of his thoughts rather than keeping them inside all day. Teachers and staff at the school have also noticed a difference since Miss Ellie joined the campus.
It's just nice to know that I have someone to call to help me, because when we're working with 30 students in a classroom, we want to do our best and want to be able to have that one-on-one connection with students, but it's just not always possible. And we definitely see the impact in our classroom, because when a student is in our class and can focus on the learning, of course, they're going to do better.
Okay, yeah, we've been working on your behavior and you've been doing a great job in class. We're going to work on this, okay? So
Albert Contreras has worked for ABC Unified for more than 20 years, keeping students safe on campus.
I've seen a lot of changes in campuses, a couple campuses I've worked, and I'm so excited that we do have wellness coordinators here. I think it helps tremendously. Now we have the profession here that we can send some of our kids that are in need.
One of the most powerful things for me of having a mental health expert on our campus, it's not my skill set. There's some basic things I can do, right? I can sit with a young lady or a student who's upset and I can do some basic triage, so to speak. But if that issue starts to get a little more serious, my skill set starts to diminish, right? That's not where my skill set is. And so we know, we as an admin team, because we meet so often and Ellie is part of that conversation with us, we know when it's time to bring her in.
So like having a more expanded vocabulary allows you to be able to identify the root of the problem, like what feeling is it?
Miss Ellie says initially, she didn't know how middle schoolers would respond to her. She was worried they may even avoid her because of the stigma that sometimes comes with mental health.
That was what I was expecting at the beginning, that maybe they wouldn't be as trusting or as responsive because they felt like maybe they didn't need the services. But I've seen the complete opposite, where kids see me as a resource that they can really reach out to whenever they need to.
Resilience is knowing that at one time in your life, one person really cared. You really mattered to one person. And when Miss Ellie is giving you 45 minutes of your focused individual attention and showing you how much she cares, you know, that's really empowering for a student. Maybe 20 years from now, they might not remember Miss Ellie's name, but they'll remember her face and they'll remember how comfortable they felt and their ability to express themselves.
Big round of applause to you guys too. You guys are so good.